Alright, how's it going, YouTube? So bring you a race recap. Yesterday races. So well, when this drop, it'll probably be 2 days or so. So this is the Pro 4. As you know, as I said in the update, I tried it with 3S on VXL. 3S on the Hobby Wing setup, and the center drive shaft is giving me the death wobble. So it's not much I can do there besides upgrade this. They sell a carbon fiber one for this, and hope that doesn't give the death wobble on 3S. You even hear it on 2S in the big end, but on 3S it's like unsustainable. So right now I have the car set up for 2S. Probably just use it for bracket right now. I am getting some pulling to the left, so I think I need to redial the car in, and I believe it's also pulling because it has that front one way in it. So gotta work on that. Besides this, the car did good yesterday. I believe I got it down to 2.3, maybe it was something around there, 238, and at 60 on 2S. So that's not bad. And it wasn't going straight. Dead straight would make more consistent pads, more consistent ETs. So I was fighting the car. I also stripped the spur gear in it the day before the race. I was testing this. I stripped the spur gear. I ended up putting another one in, getting the car back up and running, and decided that I'm just gonna leave it with the 2S setup for now until I can upgrade the center dog bone or dry shaft. But this would be a fun car to because we got garage wars coming up. It's just that I can't break nothing on here because the parts is not easy to find. So anyway, that's as far as I want to put it back into the slide. I'm trying to make it my backup car, but more than likely it'll probably be for a 2S E-Slide class that we're thinking of building, or thinking of having, because we're not too sure if 2S and 3S is going to be comparable in a race. So to make it fair, we'll have the 2S class and the 3S class next year. For right now, everybody's just running 3S in one class. If you run 2S and come out, then we'll set up a class for that, just so it could be competitive and everybody could still have fun. So that's it for the Pro 4. The rear diffs held up, the front diff held up, everything else held up on this. It's just center drive shaft that I need to change, and then we're gonna see if it could take 3S. So that'll be up and coming. We do have a race coming up on the 12th. It's gonna be mainly for E-Slides. We'll have Outlaw and Bracket, but we're trying to grow it, so we want to just focus on this right now. So I am gonna try to make this a 2S one, but we'll see. But let me get the RS4 up here and tell you all the issues I have with that. Alright, YouTube, just a quick, well, this ain't gonna be quick because this is a long story. So let me get down to the nitty-gritty of it. So remember, I was doing the Pro 4 on 3S, the death wobble, so I had to put everything in something I knew could take the power. Alright, now my struggles the day before the race. I went out testing and I stripped the spur gear. That was 48 pitch. And I said, you know what? Let me try. Now, with that being said, these are the spur gears I'm using. They're Kimber. So I have to drill out. The holes don't line up on this car. So I have to drill out another 2 holes right here. Now, the holes may not be direct, so the spur gear might be a little bit off. That's what I'm thinking, but I'm also knowing that all the rocks are getting up in here. And with this fine pitch, this is actually 32 pitch. So just for instance, this is 48 pitch. So these fine gears, a little rock get in there, it's gonna mash up the spur gear. So that's the problem I was having. And since every rock that decides to go in there doesn't come back out. It just rolls up in there. It's just going to keep mashing it up. So I decided to go to 32 pitch, which is, this is something I would have to put it on. Like that. That fits on the shaft. So I tried to go to 32 pitch. The lowest I could get was a 50. And the 50, when I revved it in my hand, the car, I felt right here get very hot. So I know that the spur gear is probably touching on this. So I said, you know what? I can't run the car like that. I end up taking that spur gear out, and I went back mod 1. Now, the problem with mod 1 is hard to fine tune. So I went back to mod 1, and the gearing that I know would work. Now, when I started out, even then, I worked all day the Saturday before the race on this car I broke it, flipped it, everything. So I had the gearing that I felt was comfortable. The car, I did a couple test hits, the car went good. I said, you know what, I'm gonna start with this. Now, I wasn't planning on changing the spur gear yesterday, the opinion, right? So as the day progressed, I kept noticing I was like getting like 70s to 74, which wasn't bad, but I had a mean cog. You know, mod 1 gears is no joke. So I had a mean cog, and I honestly thought I blew the ESC I kept running it back to back to back to back to back. So I thought I blew the ESC. And I said, you know what, let me just try to gear down. And this was right before the race started. I went like 5 teeth down, and the cogging definitely helped. And I still was around the same speed I was getting. So now I'm getting 70 to where I was getting 72 to 74. And the car looked like it's progressing better. So I said, you know what? I'm going to roll with that gearing. For now, I'm not going to change it. I didn't even have no gearing to go up 1 or down 1. So I had to leave it here. Went into the race. Started tuning from the remote. Now, I don't have a program card, so I'm unable to tune the ESC. But I started tuning in remote, and we started to get down on numbers. Now, I was running 2 3s, and I decided to take a jump in the remote, and it brought me into the 2 2s. So I was happy about that. But that was my best for the day. It was a 224. I actually showed y'all the ticket. I still have it, but it was a 224 at 70. So the car was consistent at 70. Now, with this, you want to have all 4 tires, like a good burnout, you know, make sure it's clean, simple green, then a good burnout, and the tires will stick. Now, you can't overload it with power. You have to gradually, you know, work your tune up. If you're building one, work your tune up, gradually get there. It's not overnight. So anyway, give me one. Sorry about that. So anyway, yeah, pretty much I'm running a brick 3S. A lot of people yesterday, let me just show y'all what I was running. I'm running like a battery like this. So my car, compared to I haven't weighed it yet, but I'm pretty sure that this car is heavier than everybody else's car. They were running smaller batteries, lighter cars. I'm using a shaft car. I noticed yesterday I had a lot of binding, and that's what it felt like to me. Like the car's not rolling free, so I gotta work on that. So it felt like see that? So I gotta work on that. That's binding somewhere. And was still able to get where we was going. Didn't make it into the finals, but it wasn't the fastest car, so it definitely did its thing. I was happy with the car yesterday, and I had a blast yesterday. Even though I keep saying yesterday is, you know, race day. I had a blast. It was fun. I probably got to do 50 plus hits, you know, so that made it fun itself right there. And yeah, we're gonna keep pushing this. Y'all stay tuned for more. I did bring the SC out, but I honestly didn't even get to test it. I was more focused on this because I was struggling the day before, and more worried if the gears I had in here will get me where I need to be. So right now, it's not much fine tuning I could do as far as gearing, but I have to play with gearing to get where I need to get. So we're gonna keep messing with it, fix up the car, and get ready for the 12. I'm trying to get 2 E slides ready, but we will see. I'm even trying to get a track e-slide for somebody who comes and don't have one and want to use this one, and they could buy in the class and race it with that one. So anyway, that's something in the future, next season. So anyway, y'all stay tuned, and more to come.